Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of the SharpSHOOTers. As always, we're your hosts, Danny and Juice. How you doing tonight, Juice?
Feeling phenomenal, Danny. That's how I'm feeling. Quite
Phenomenal.
phenomenal. Quite phenomenal this evening. You know why?
Because it's AJ Styles
Well,
night.
Danny, thank you for the timely response because it is AJ Styles
Well, I
night
wasn't sure how
here on the
quick you were going, how
Sharpshooters.
rhetorical it was going to be. My bad.
Yeah, we are here. We are here tonight to talk about AJ Styles, the career that he has had to this point, or in totality. We'll find out, I guess, more on Monday. But yeah, it's gonna be a whole night of AJ Styles talk. We're gonna be doing AJ Styles top five matches that me and Danny, our favorite AJ
Yes,
Styles matches of his
sir.
career. Also, Be Kind Rewind, where we will recap matches that we shared with each other to watch. Could be for the first time, could be a match that we just wanted to watch for the hell of it. So we'll talk about that a little bit.
Yes,
And of
sir.
course, we're gonna start with our normal trivia, and we'll do our 10 and 10 segment where we talk about 10 things in the week of wrestling in 10 minutes. And before we dive in, just some quick things. Thank you to Accept the Win for being the official band of the show. We appreciate you being our soundtrack before, during, and after the show. Also, if you have not subscribed to us, now would be an excellent time to do so. We appreciate any and all support that would help us out with developing the show and keeping it running. And if you have Amazon Prime, now's a good time to remind you that if you have Amazon Prime, you also have Amazon Prime Gaming, which gives you one free sub to use at no extra cost to you, and it supports us all the same. So I'm not sure if we have the directions to put in the chat.
Not
If we
today.
do, not today. Well, either way, you can do so from your web browser um, or your laptop. So definitely think about that. Support us. We appreciate it very much so. Before we dive in, one last thing to talk about. I did write in the chat really quick. What are some of your favorite AJ Styles matches? We have from Killer Tomato anything involving the GOAT John Cena. Okay, that's your opinion. Um, Tasmanian Devil, congratulations on the 10 stream streak. We appreciate you being here with us for 10 streams in a row. Tez is here, cursed for his children, juice. No, no. I mean, this isn't a PG show, but I won't intentionally do it. Um, and lastly, Tasmanian Dose says I pay for my sub to this channel monthly, and I get free shipping and Prime videos. You see, that's the point. That's the thing. You know, we're the primary reason.
I
The
love
free
it.
shipping and Prime comes after the fact. That's just an
I love
extra
it.
perk for all of you. Um, all right, so Danny, let's dive in. Let's do some trivia. Let's see what you got. For those of you keeping score at home, you don't have to anymore. We have a score we put up on the
I don't
screen.
want to show the scoreboard. Don't make me show it.
So
All right, there's the scoreboard.
we are on week 8 of the year, and the current score, as you see, is 7-0. Danny, um, I'm hopeful that this is the week we can get one on the board for you. Um, so hit me with your best shot. Let's see what you got.
Hit me with your best shot. All right,
There you go.
this one just really depends on how well you know AJ Styles, I guess, and AJ
Okay.
Styles true
Okay.
because it's AJ Styles not, of course. So
I figured. Yep.
I figure you're probably gonna get this right because I hate you. A
Oh,
seven
come
point
on.
lead is terrible. A shutout is even worse. Thank you, Tasmanian. I wasn't sure how bad this was until you pointed it out. I appreciate it.
It's
Um,
okay.
AJ Styles, who was his
Yes.
first WWE opponent?
Okay. Are we not counting the Rumble?
Not counting the Rumble.
Okay. I was gonna say Roman Reigns, but you're not counting the Rumble. Um. Okay. This is 2016.
Ooh, is it?
Yeah, he debuted the Royal Rumble January 2016.
I don't
So
want to
who
be
would he have?
too. I'll give you a little bit of help. Thank you, Killer Tomato. He was an enhancement talent first. He had actually his first match in 2002.
Oh, you're doing okay. You're doing that. Okay, I thought
That's
we were
why
doing
I
mid
didn't want to
roster
be a
call
dick
up.
because
All
you're
right.
thinking
No.
2016. So I at least want to
Okay.
point you in the right direction.
All right. So now we're thinking like velocity or heat. You said O2,
I believe it was '02. Yes.
so maybe it wasn't velocity. I don't think velocity started until like a year later. Um, I don't know it, so if I get it, it's gonna be a
I'm
guess.
gonna be so mad
Uh,
if you get it.
I
I
do,
might
yeah.
end the stream if you
I'm
get it.
trying to think.
I'm gonna be so mad.
Maybe Velocity did start.
You're thinking way too much about the show.
Well, because that'll help me kind of narrow down the talent of his Raw or
I mean, that's
SmackDown.
fair. Okay.
So, there's my brain's the gears are turning. Um, yeah, I don't know.
I'm
I'm
ready to be
gonna
upset. Don't
guess.
worry about it.
I'm gonna. This is a guess. I'm gonna guess Hurricane Helms.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, today will be the last day of this stream. I am sick and tired of Juice.
No,
I
no
am
way.
sick and tired of this fucking show. I'm sick and tired
Stop
of this
it.
fucking segment. I don't
Stop it.
understand how you guessed Hurricane Helms out of what? Out of what? Out of what?
Are you
By the
serious?
way,
No,
the
dude.
show, just so we're clear, the show
Was
wasn't
Velocity.
even Velocity or Heat. It was some fucking show called Metal that they had that they were doing in
Oh, metal.
2002. All right? And you get this shit and I'm done. I'm done. I hate this show.
Guys, all
I hate
right.
this show and I hate you.
I feel like,
I'm over
yeah,
it.
hands
I'm over
up.
you.
I don't Google search anything. I
I'm
don't look
over it.
anything up. This is, no, like, wow.
I'm over it.
Okay.
I hate it. I hate you.
Okay.
This show will not
I'm
be
not,
continuing next week, ladies and gentlemen. It's done. There you go.
wow.
8-0. All right. And then I was gonna be nice. I was gonna be like, let me give her multiple choice. Fuck you. I'm gonna come up with like a WCW one next where you have absolutely no shot. I need to get something. Well, there went the PG rating of this sub. I have this sub.
Hey, you could do whatever you want. I appreciate the hint. You did not have to give it to me. I would not have thought back then. I was just thinking first on the main
Yeah, I
roster call
regret
up.
that
I'm
too.
sorry.
I regret all my decisions every week. I
Well,
regret my
I
decisions.
appreciate it, but
Juice GPT.
I'll I will pay it forward with the next with the next question. I try to give you hints though too, to be fair. But all right. Wow. I feel like we kind of peaked there, but okay, we're gonna dive in now. We're gonna do 10 and 10. This is when we take 10 points in the week,
I mean, fix
whether
this
it's
stupid
AEW,
fucking time now.
Juice Man, quick, how many toothpicks on the floor? 217. Yeah. Okay. So let's get this show on the road. It is time for the tit, the 10 and 10, as our fans have grown to love it and call it. I've heard there's merchandise being created as we speak. I cannot confirm or deny that.
Probably get that
Um,
wrong too.
what? Get what wrong?
I don't know. All right, I don't know. I don't know.
I broke Danny with that one. I mean, all right.
I don't know how you guessed it.
Um,
It's crazy.
I mean,
All right.
it was a guess, but it was an educated guess.
Move on.
You saw I
I'm
was
over you.
thinking.
I'm over
All
you.
right, all right, all right. Um, so let's get started. And again, as always, anybody that wants to talk in the chat, whether it's about something we have on the on the stream or not, you have every right to bring it up. We can
He's
still talk
throwing
about it.
himself down.
What?
The
Oh
fucking
yeah,
chat.
chat's going after Danny. Okay, let's get started. First off, we're going to talk about the last thing we saw in wrestling, which was last night. Swerve Strickland versus Kenny
Yeah,
Omega,
pretty big.
one-on-one for the first time ever on Dynamite, not at Revolution. Um, and Swerve Strickland beats Omega with some nefarious tactics. And after the match, seems like he's going full-blown heel. I
Yeah,
think
big heel
that's
turn.
it.
And I think they
Taking the
needed to
chain
do
from
that with
Donna.
him. I'm glad they did that with him.
Yeah, it was the right call. They have way too many baby faces. They
Mhm.
need a heel, especially if you're teeing up Osprey coming back
Mm-hmm.
and maybe a certain phenomenal one. It's good to get some heels on the board, especially losing Joe,
Yeah,
which you turned to him because you needed a heel on the
exactly.
board.
Now you have his replacement.
Yeah, I mean the ref bump was great. I think this is just good timing all around. And the reason they did it on Dynamite, if you didn't know, is because Omega apparently has a booking commitment, I think in Japan or Australia or something, the same weekend, and he can't be at Revolution. So apparently that's why
Oh
they did it on
wow,
Dynamite, because they knew that they couldn't
interesting.
do this
Well,
on
I'm kind of glad they
Revolution.
did. Also, I don't think they need to do the swerve for Swerve at Revolution. I think it was kind of good on the show, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Quick thing to add, really quick. I see some people saying this. Do you think that Swerve should get a stable now, or should he be heel on his own for a bit? 'Cause I see people
Honestly,
already calling for like,
I would like Swerve with the stable. I think that would be interesting. Just depends who they put in it. Um, I feel like we always go back to Leo Rush and the crew, but that could be two guys that he puts in it. Like it
uh,
depends on who he surrounds himself with for the stable.
yeah. For now, I'd leave him, but that's neither here nor there. Next up, this is another big one
Yeah,
from last night. MJF versus Adam Page is confirmed for Revolution. But the big surprise was what came out of the segment and the promo um, that Adam Page has put his has put any future world title shot for him on the line. Or if he
against
loses this
anybody,
match,
which is crazy.
he never challenges for the world title again. He's doing the Cody clause,
Yeah, yeah.
pretty much. Um, but in return, he's letting MJF pick the stipulation. I think this is important because a lot of people are jumping to the conclusion that it's gonna be Texas Death,
And I don't
and
think
it's not.
MJF's going to do that. That would be stupid for MJF to do that.
So here's my
And
thought.
they do a
Here's what
lot
I
of
think that
Texas death. They do too many death matches.
here's what I agree, but here's what I think they're gonna do because MJF has all the hit cards right now. The match is gonna happen. I think that what they should do that would be creative, and I think it'd be interesting. The stipulation is Texas Death, but only for MJF.
Ha!
Adam
That would be
Page,
so crazy.
Adam Page has to wrestle a normal, straight up match,
That would be nuts.
and
That would be very interesting.
MJF gets to wrestle as Texas Death. So that means DQs are on for Page, countouts are on, things like that. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty
Um,
interesting. I liked just really quick. I liked how Paige beat Andrade with the low blow at Grand Slam, and then got his revenge there. I liked the MJF match with Brody. I thought that was a really good match, and the way they kind of sold that. And I do like the stipulation because at the end of the day, I do think Paige is going to lose, and then that'll set up some like future storyline for how he gets the stipulation back because that's always what they do in wrestling. You lose that stipulation, then down the line you somehow
well,
get it back. So it'll be
they,
interesting to see what they do there.
well, they didn't do it for Cody, and he went to
Well,
WWE.
yeah, that's
So,
because Cody went to WWE.
and he also didn't want to turn heel. But I digress. Moving on. Takeshita versus Mox.
Oof,
Awesome,
that was
awesome
so
match.
good.
Opened the show. It was a draw.
That
One,
rematch of Revolution is going to be wild. It's going to be so
with
with
no
no
time
time limit
limits.
now. It's going to be such a good rematch,
I think it's gonna be really funny if they go like 10 minutes after all that.
right?
Like what the fuck?
It's a squash match, and
And
Kesha just beats him.
yeah, I like the spots where they were also kicking out at one, like back to back. I thought that was
Yep.
pretty cool. So very good match. I
Yeah.
like that. Looking forward to Revolution rematch. Next up, Fletcher versus Briscoe in
What
the
a
ladder
fucking
match.
crazy ladder match, bro.
Yeah, what do you got?
That brain buster from the top of the ladder was insane. I can't believe they even tried to do that. That was nuts. The Jay Driller I love. That was really good through the ladder. I mean, the match was just great. And
Yeah,
putting Kyle over was the right move.
yeah. You don't. I mean, you could keep hot shotting it, but to give it to Kyle to go into Australia, you don't just take it off of
Yeah.
him again. So this is fine. I'm curious what happens from here now
I
because
was
you
just
think
say,
the
who does he face next?
Well, the Ciampa rematch you'd think would be close if not Revolution.
Well,
We
Ciampa
shall
wasn't on
see.
TV at all, so
Yeah,
oh,
in this time there's still what like there's like a month, so we have like 3 4 weeks of TV still to go, so they can
fair.
do something. Next up, hair versus hair. Well, it went the way majority people expected.
Yep.
I know I thought it'd be neat to go different and go with Marina, but Wheeler Yuta had his head shaved bald, and they cut most of it off in the ring. He was wearing a beanie on Dynamite. He was wearing a beanie at the house
Yeah,
show
that was so
the
funny.
next day. So we haven't seen it yet, but I'm assuming we'll see bald Yuta soon.
How
What were
did
your
you feel
thoughts?
about Moxley making him go back into the ring?
Oh yeah, that was the right call.
Yeah,
That
right.
was
That
the
was
best way to do.
some people
Yeah,
were
because
like,
it,
"Why would he do that?" Blah blah. blah. I'm like, because that's the whole like honor, blah blah blah. Like that's the whole thing they're
yeah,
about. I think that was the
we're
perfect
we're
call.
men of our words, and
Mm-hmm.
also it plants a seed for the future when there's
Yep.
dissension and splits. But it's because he lost. He had to put up, and he lost. So
No, I think the match is really entertaining too. I really liked it. And I will say, and I think we said this before. I do like the intergender wrestling. I do like that they're
yeah.
doing moves on each other, and I do like that they're making that like it's part of the match. They're trying not to lose their hair. To think that they wouldn't fight each other would be so stupid. So I like that they're doing that too.
Mhm. Yeah, no, for sure. All right, next up we have the Inspiration and Lena Cross, some new hires for AEW over the weekend in Australia. And just for the record, I did type Inspiration with the one eye, despite them doing the two eyes still, even though they're not the Iconics anymore. As a matter of principle, I refuse to write the two eyes.
It
I think
wasn't
it's
spell
stupid.
checked by accident. I thought it was spell checked.
Nope, nope. So just putting that out there for anyone wondering why. It's just me being me.
I do think
Yeah.
they made the
What are your
wrong
thoughts?
call with the tag team titles, and I do think they should have had Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford win with Lana Cross interfering to help them win. I think it was weird that she attacks them after the match when they lose. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
She could have had more of an impact. So I think they kind of dropped the ball on that part.
I agree. I agree. They should have lost them by now, but here we are. Yeah, I don't really know much about Lena Cross, I'm not gonna lie. And the Inspiration, I don't really care for too much either. So I mean, hey,
I
I
enjoy
think they're
them.
gonna end I think they're gonna end up just being on like Ring of Honor. I don't think they're gonna be that much of a presence on
Yeah,
AEW TV to
that's
tell you the
fair.
truth.
But I mean, I
Um,
do like the inspiration.
but
I did text you. I do like their little heel run in WWE. I think they could have been more. So I'm interested to see if they do allow them to be a little bit more here in
yeah,
AEW.
I just think I don't know. I just think there's so much talent that's already not being used to bring in more when there's only one women's match on the show, two if you're lucky.
Yeah, that's fair.
These are not the people you should be bringing in, but
That's fair. That's fair.
whatever. Hey, at least Thunder Rose is back. That's cool. So, all right, next up then, Bucks and FTR. I had no reason to really talk about this. This is all you. So what do you got?
Well, I mean, what I just really quickly liked was that Stokely kind of called out Bucks for the same shit that we've been saying, that now that they're good guys, all of a sudden, like, everything's forgiven and everything's back in the table and stuff like that. Just another good instance of heels being heels. And then I do like how Stokely instantly changed the audience to hating him again by talking about their kids and doing like a real heel move there,
Mm.
and like really brought this back to like a good rivalry with all of them. What I found interesting, and I don't know if you saw it or if it happened to you live, did they show Stokely getting kicked live, or was there an error?
It happened to me and my brother too. We were both
Okay.
watching
So
on
that was
different.
that was
Yeah.
across the board. That was even on the streaming services. Like, it was some glitch or whatever. I had to go on YouTube to see it, but like that wasn't. So
Yeah.
I was just curious if that happened to you too.
Like they were like priming the kick, and all of a sudden they
He's
like
just on the
it,
floor.
it wasn't even a buffer. It just cut, and he was on the floor. I was like, the
I
hell?
I
Like, what did
thought
I
something
miss?
like bad happened and they couldn't
Yeah.
show it. I was like, oh my god, what did they do to
No.
Stokely?
Yep. All
All
right,
right,
we got 1 minute left. Take it
quickly,
home. What do you got?
Jericho. When does he debut in WWE? Now that we know he's still under AEW technically,
Well, I mean, if his time is frozen, that's at least 7 or 8 months worth of frozen
right?
time.
That's like July.
So either here's the thing though, either this is just Tony holding him until after Mania on purpose to be spiteful, or he's gonna bring him back and he's around for another 8 months. So we definitely don't see him in WWE until after Mania at this
I
point. And even
agree.
then, I don't think it's gonna be the post Mania bump.
I agree. I
So
don't think
I
we
don't
see him in
know.
AEW either, though. I do think this is a move to keep him off. The box on Raw,
The
stupid.
box.
What do you think? Who do you think's? What do you think's in it?
Eh, It's Danhausen.
If it was, honestly, that is the only person that would make sense and me not be angry about, and me also be like, all right, I'm gonna watch wrestling. I'm gonna watch whatever show he's on all the time. I don't think it's Sandhausen though. I do
Right.
think it's some. I think you said it, Jericho, but like his stuff maybe. Like
Yeah,
if
that was my
Jericho
first.
does
That was my
debut,
first thought.
that might make sense. Like someone sings, because if it's a person, unless it's Danhausen, it would not make sense whoever the person would be. That's ridiculous
Yeah,
for them to stay there for
my
a month.
my new guest that I'm going to throw in there, I also just literally just thought about is it's either going to be a game case of WWE 2K26, a new edition, or a bronze statue for Triple H to be inducted into the Hall of Fame again.
Oh,
Um,
Jesus Christ. Both those are terrible.
so
All right, last thing, really
okay,
quick.
yeah,
Chamber
chamber
qualifiers.
qualifiers.
In case you don't know, this is the Chamber qualifiers so far and who they've beaten. Javon Evans beat Gunther Walter and Dominic Mysterio. LA Knight beat Austin Theory and Penta. Rhodes defeated Fatu and Zayn. So far we have Evans, Knight, and Rhodes. Evans, the youngest guy so far to be in the Elimination Chamber. Women's side, we have Ripley, who beat Lyra and Nile. Tiffany Stratton beat Lash Legend and Chelsea Green. Alexa Bliss beat Julia and Zelina Vega. And Asuka beat Natty and Bailey. So they have four: Rhea, Stratton, Bliss, and Asuka. Which not a bad field.
I mean, I thought there was a fourth person already announced for the men's. It's only three so far?
Oh, Randy Orton. Sorry, Orton also. He just
Okay.
didn't do a
I'll just
qualifying
say,
match. My bad.
honestly, man, like me personally, because I looked at the field over the weekend just to see what it was like shaping up like to be. I think the women's is going to be Tiffy. I don't think anyone else has a shot personally
Yeah,
in
I
the
don't think it,
women's.
it doesn't make sense. Rhea's doing the tag team title stuff. Bliss, I don't think.
And
Yeah,
yeah. And the men's, I mean, looking at who's left and who's already in,
it's gonna
Cody
be.
again, I guess,
Yeah,
or Randy.
maybe
Like, I
Orton.
just,
Maybe they do a curveball and do Orton, but I just don't think they're gonna do Orton versus Drew.
I don't know, man. It's probably should be Cody, which is dumb, but
Yeah,
whatever. All
agreed.
right.
All right, and that
Well,
is
everyone,
another edition of 10 and 10.
those were our tits. We hope you enjoyed them.
Those were our
Um,
tits. I still don't enjoy
uh,
this. I don't think
time
I
to move
enjoy
on.
this.
We didn't really talk about it in advance, but I'm assuming we're gonna do the top five next, or would you rather do Be Kind Rewind? How are you feeling?
Don't matter to me. Let's top five is already primed. Let me just set up our video. Give me 1 second. There we are.
Sure. So for those of you that don't know how this works, this is pretty simple. We're just going to be going from it's our top five from five to one. Annie has one, I have one. We go back and forth, and it's our favorite matches of AJ Styles throughout his career. So we may have some crossover, we may not. He may know some of mine on the list. I have no idea what's on his
Yeah,
list. I
I know
haven't
all
seen
of
it.
yours, obviously, but
Um, so yeah,
um,
so we'll take a look
I
here, and I
want
guess we'll
to.
go one
We're
at a
just
time,
revealing
or
one at
we
a time, right? Yeah, hold on. Let me fix that edit then, because I just realized.
if it's easy, you're
Yeah,
doable.
just
If
take
not, it's
one
okay.
second. Bam. Okay. And boom. All right. So, first up on our list, number five, obviously, our names will be revealed at the end there, but I am on this side and Juice is under his. So, I have AJ Styles versus Bryan Danielson for the RH title, and you have AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe for the RH Time to Man Up pay-per-view.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's just the show. At that point, they weren't really pay-per-views. It was just the name of the show itself. But
Gotcha.
yes, it's a Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Um, the fifth one is kind of I won't say cop out, but it's kind of a layup. The only reason it's on this list is because I was at the show live, and it
Nice.
was seeing AJ Styles and Samoa Joe one on one. Even though it was the main event, it wasn't like a long epic, but it was still really cool to see them go one on one. So for that reason, I have it at number five on my list.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. My five and my four were ones that I didn't watch live or like within the time frame when they first aired, but like because of WWE matches, I went back to watch the better version of them. So AJ Styles versus Bryan Danielson, I saw them a bunch on like SmackDown stuff, but everyone talked about this RH title match, which was crazy good. And it was weird, not weird, but it was fun seeing a heel AJ Styles and like getting goaded by not heel, but getting goaded by Bryan Danielson a lot and like getting kind of thrown off his game. And it was like more of a mind game and more than just technical thing. So I enjoyed that a lot. All
Nice.
right,
Cool.
number four, we have AJ Styles versus Kurt Angle, last man standing at TNA Hard Justice for Juice, and AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura at New Japan Pro Wrestling. So again, like I said for number five, I didn't see this one live, and I saw this one a few years later because of their WrestleMania match, which was so disappointing. But this is what it should have been, and this was such like an epic battle between them, and I loved every second of it, and it was such a weird atmosphere because I don't think I watched too many New Japan matches before then. So like the quiet fans and everything and like the show of respect was just so different for me. But the match was great.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's a good one. I went with AJ Styles versus Kurt Angle. It was last man standing at TNA Hard Justice back in '08. This was the first time they ever met
Mm-hmm.
at this point. Kurt Angle's my GOAT. So to see them go at it, and this is back in '08, like fresh when Angle came to
Yeah.
TNA. So, he was definitely, geeked out to kind of really show out, and the match is awesome.
Yeah.
So I love it. It's easy because Kurt Angle. So easy to be on my top five for sure.
Agreed. All right, number three. You're not gonna like my number three, but Killer Tomato is gonna like my number three. We have AJ Styles versus John Cena at the Royal Rumble. You have my number four, AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura at New Japan Pro Wrestling. So I'll let you go in a second. Really quick, Styles versus Cena. The reason I put this up is because I do think it was one of, if not his best WWE match. And also making Cena look like he can actually wrestle is no small feat. Danny is the better. But yeah,
Okay.
out of their trilogy, this was definitely the best match for when they had the trilogy for the WWE Championship. And again, Cena just looked like he could actually be a wrestler, instead of just doing the 5 moves of doom all the time. So I had to give one WWE match some love here. Oh, I don't think Juice liked it. He has to take a drink now. Big drink.
Still a John Cena match.
I
Okay.
agree. I agree.
So my match at number three, I went with AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. This is the New Japan Wrestle Kingdom 10. This was Styles' last match, or it was the last time before he was leaving for New Japan Wrestling. I think the next day is when the news broke that him and Anderson and Gallows and all them were going um, over to WWE. So this was a big deal, and this is around a time where I was really starting to get into New Japan because at this point I was kind of going out on TNA. I was not really in with WWE
Yeah,
yet with NXT and all that. So I was New Japan during this time. So yeah, I love this match, and it's a shame the WrestleMania match did not live up to it, especially with the ending in the following months.
I know.
Um, Shinsuke should have just won it. I don't know what they were thinking, but
It
yeah, the
was
Wrestle
it was the
Kingdom
summer
match.
of low blows, bro. What do you mean?
I highly recommend the Wrestle Kingdom match. Anyone that has not seen it, definitely go back, try and find it. I believe it's on Daily Motion, maybe YouTube. It's probably not on YouTube because New Japan's very strict with that stuff.
All right, number twos. So we shared another one. I have your last man standing match from Hard Justice, AJ Styles versus Kurt Angle. You have AJ Styles versus Christopher Daniels versus Matt Sydal at a night of tribute in ROH.
Who?
What'd I say? AJ Styles,
Seagal?
Christopher Daniels, Matt Sydal. Sorry.
Seagal. That's I was like Steven Seagal. Like what is
Steven Seagal
Seagal?
is around. So yeah, so really quick, pretty much everything you said about the Kurt Angle AJ Styles match. Kurt Angle is one of the goats. This was peak Kurt Angle. This is right when he came in. I loved AJ Styles at the time. I watched this live. It was one of my favorite matches, probably in TNA history. So I just had to put this up there. They were great, and it was from bell to bell. It was a banger. So I loved it.
I like how you named the show TNA Hard.
Yeah, I guess
Like
what
it's just
happened to Justice?
just
Oh, it's
TNA
there. It's
Hard.
just it's too big. Hold on. There you
It's
go.
fine. You can leave it at this point. It's just
No,
funny.
it's there. I want to make sure I didn't type it in.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to TNA Hard. If AEW Dark, why not TNA Hard?
Hey, why not?
Um, so my number two, it's not controversial, but there's a reason it's here and why my number one is not your number one, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I was
Um,
surprised by that.
so this match, just to give everyone a timeline. So this is AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Matt Sydal, Ring of Honor, a Night of Tribute. This show took place, I think, like days after Eddie Guerrero passed away. So this was a show honoring him. Um, and this show took place 2 months after the classic AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Samoa Joe three-way in TNA. So
Okay.
again, this is only 2 months after that classic triple threat that everyone loves from Unbreakable and all that. But is this the one where they were hanging over the ring?
No, you're thinking
No,
of
that
Elevation
is
X.
well, yeah, you're thinking of that match. Yeah, so this is just a normal three-way. This is and also just to again put it out there, another big reason why it's at number two for me. I was at the show live. Um, I was at the show, saw the show. The winner of this match got a title shot against Danielson in the main event. Daniels won the match, but it was an awesome match. And at this point, I was just getting into Ring of Honor. This is like my third or fourth show going to. Um, and I wasn't really watching TNA that much yet, so I wasn't really on that triple threat bandwagon at day one. So that's why it's my number two, because two of the three guys are already in there. I thought it was an amazing match. Awesome stuff.
Nice. All right, last one. Our number ones. We have AJ Styles versus Christopher Daniels versus Samoa Joe at Lockdown, and AJ Styles versus Jimmy Rave at Anything Goes, no time limit. Oh, wait, sorry. It was an Anything Goes match, no time limit, finishers first match. So
Yes,
whoever hit their
correct.
finisher first won the match.
Yes, I'll let you go
Nice.
first, and then
All right.
I'll describe my
Um,
match. This
so
is a
yeah,
lot
so
there.
this match, I mean, besides being probably universal as like the best match in TNA history, that was my first RH show. Oh, nice, Kevlar Last, which I assume is another reason why it's here number one as well, Juice. But this was actually the match that really got me into TNA and really got me into AJ Styles. Because I wasn't
Mm.
really watching TNA too much yet, but I was kind of getting over WWE at this point. This was like 2005, I want to say. Let me double check.
Yep, it
And
is. It's 05.
yeah, so I was kind of over the whole like ruthless aggression era. It was kind of getting, and I was looking at other alternatives, and then I saw this match, and I was like, oh, this guy is gonna be my new favorite wrestler. And like this was the match that got me on AJ. It just coincidentally actually happened to be one of the best matches, like I said, in TNA history. So I'll never forget this match. It was one of my favorites, so I had to put it at number one.
Yeah, and it's a great match, and maybe people will call me what was a contrarian or whatever, or just doing it to do it. But like, I liked the match a lot, but it never. I watched it years after the fact, so it was never like that, memorable or impactful for me at least. But it's a great match. Um, it'd probably be in my top 10 if that helps anyone feel better. But
No, it feels better now.
it's okay. So my number one. So this match, this is my second Ring of Honor show ever. Glory by Honor 4, and this was my first time ever seeing AJ Styles live. And
Nice.
first time ever seeing AJ Styles. At that point, again, I was not really watching TNA. I had heard about him, but I wasn't watching TNA week to week. So for me, first impression of Styles really kind of getting in there. Actually, I lied. This is my second time. The first time he fought Jimmy Rave 2 months prior at the same show that I was at, but I digress. This match, the reason they were doing this is because Jimmy Rave started doing the Styles Clash and winning matches with it. He was calling it the Rave Clash, and he pretty much was trying to like own it and say it's his. And Styles was like, "No, it's my move. So we're gonna have a match to determine the loser of the match can never use the move again."
Yeah, that makes sense.
And the only way to win the match is you don't have to pin them, you just have to hit your finisher first. That's it. So no pinfalls, no submissions, just hit the Style Clash. So it's pretty cool. Different stipulation, you don't really see that much anymore. Anything goes, no time limit. Also, Prince Nana was with Jimmy Rave. Mick Foley was out there with AJ Styles.
That's so crazy.
Um,
Yeah.
it was the main event. This match closed the show after Danielson won the Ring of Honor title. Like just
Wow.
to give you an idea of like
How big it
how
was. Yeah.
yeah, so and it was so much fun, so cool. Jay DeFalco says I was at the show too, I believe, my first Ring of Honor show. Probably Jay. I mean, this was my second. So if you didn't go to the first one with me, then yeah, this is probably your first. Because awesome match, fun time. If I recall the finish correctly, 'cause it's been a while since I've seen it. I think they finished it with a Styles Clash off the second rope through a table. Um, so just awesome match, great
Might have to go
time,
check that
loved
out.
it. If I can find a video of it on YouTube, I will
Yes, send it my
share
way.
it with you. I'll let you know. It's
For
so
sure.
good. So that's my number one. It's easy.
Let us know if you think we missed one. If you have a favorite match that we didn't add on here that you want to throw in there. Obviously,
Yes.
uh,
Yes.
Killer Tomato, you don't have to put any John Cena match. It's already been covered. So if there's
Yep.
any other matches you want to throw in there, please let us know. If you think there's still some matches yet to happen in AEW, let us know. I'm just kidding. No idea.
Coming
No idea.
soon.
All right, cool. Let me get this off our screen. Bam. All right. So next up, and last up for the night, we have Be Kind Rewind. So this is our segment where we each give each other a match to watch. Obviously, tonight is AJ Styles themed. And whether, like you said at the beginning, whether it's something we've seen already, you've never seen before, whatever the case is, good or bad, give each other a match to watch and we critique it, and then we talk about it here. So if you guys are watching live, obviously you can't watch the match, but if any of you are going to be watching on demand, now's a good time to pause, go watch these matches, and then come back and see if you agree with our assessments of them. The first match we'll be talking about is the match that Juice gave to me, which was CM Punk versus AJ Styles. Can you remind me the pay-per-view again?
So, again, not a pay-per-view technically,
Sorry, not a
but
pay-per-view. Yes.
the name of the show, it's the Ring of Honor second anniversary show. This is the Pure Title Finals for the tournament to crown the first ever Ring of Honor Pure Champion.
Yeah, which
It's
was so interesting because I didn't know that going into it, obviously.
yeah,
So them talking about it, hold on, sorry, I was pulling up some screenshots, see if I could get them. Let me see what they look like
sure.
here. Oh, there we go. I think I could just share all of this, right?
I don't know. I don't know
It's
what you got.
Google.
I don't know what you're doing.
They're just
Ah,
images.
illegal, illegal, illegal.
Is
No,
it illegal? I don't think so.
it's,
All right,
I'm
so
sure it's fine. Copyright.
we'll find out. We'll find out when we get shut
Bye.
down.
Bye, everybody.
All right. So, again, this was the first time they crowned the RH Pure Champion. This was the first time they had the rules, from what I understood them talk about through the match. The poor referee seemed like he wasn't grasping some of the rules,
Dude,
and
that
he
ref was not
wasn't
good.
he wasn't doing it well.
Like
Like,
I'd have to imagine these spots were planned, that they were intended to screw Punk with the new rule to make fans notice the differences. But yeah, this referee was not good.
it
I'll let
was
you
just
continue.
bad because like there were rope breaks that he was calling that weren't rope breaks or whatever. Like it kind of looked kind of strange. But I think it also added to the match, so like I didn't mind it. It was interesting for them to like keep talking about it and be like, all right, we had to critique these rules. Also, the commentators, was that a young Excalibur?
It's funny. I was gonna look it up. I did not. I don't think it was. He did more PWG on the West Coast. I'm
Gotcha.
pretty sure this was Dave Prazak and someone else. I don't think it was Lenny Leonard, but I believe it was Dave Prazak and someone else. Prazak's fine. The other guy is really not that good. I didn't look up who he was though.
Gotcha.
But to
Gotcha.
let everybody know, so to describe to everybody the rope breaks in question. The first one was AJ Styles had Punk in like a wrist like a armbar kind of thing. Punk grabbed the rope to do like a flip
To
to
do a
like
reversal,
get
yeah,
out of
yeah. And he got
do a
called for a rope
reversal to
break.
get out of it, and he got called for a rope break, which I mean that one's fine. It's a new, it's kind of wishy-washy,
The
but that
second
one's
one was
fine,
bad.
really. The second one was bad. So what happened was Styles put Punk in the tarantula, and like Styles, Punk didn't rope break. The referee just did the one, two, three, and Styles broke the move and called a rope break on Punk.
Yeah.
That's
Which,
kind of bull.
for any
I
of
was
you
like,
who don't know
okay,
what tarantula is, that's when you get him in like a submission hold in the ropes, which is illegal. So like that can't even count as a submission move in the first place. So it wouldn't count as a rope break. It was funny though because the commentators were even saying if the rope break already happened, then he could use the tarantula and like then it could be counted and like he could submit from there because there is no rope break or anything in that situation. Which I don't know if
yeah,
that's true or not.
that is true.
That would
That's
still be
true.
true. Okay,
Yeah, well,
so
once they all exhaust their rope breaks, the ropes don't do
yeah, that's
anything. You can
fair.
use
The
them to
ropes
your
wouldn't count. Yeah,
advantage.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, no, they're right with that. You can just leave them in the rope and forever. So it's a good hack. Continue.
No, I mean, besides that,
Okay.
the match itself I think was really good. It was very interesting seeing a long haired blonde Punk because I know he was blonde before coming to WWE, but I've only known dark haired, long hair Punk. Um,
hmm
his valet also I liked how they called her out and kind of let me know why she was there and how she shouldn't be there because I had no idea who she was. So that was nice of them. Thank you very much. And then AJ winning at the end and becoming the first pure champion I think was great. I think I was unfortunately the audio cut out in the YouTube, so I wasn't sure what happened necessarily between Punk and AJ, what they said, but it looked like Punk just kind of said like I'm still coming for the belt pretty much, and they got in a little like not argument, but
hmm
they were going face to face, and then Joe came in later, who then they were hyping Joe up the whole match also and saying like how he's such a hard fought champion and
Hard
how
fart.
hard fart and how Styles has to build up this championship to kind of be like the Joe
hmm
championship, and there was I assume there was some storyline going on with that down the line because they were setting that up real hard at the end of this show. But yeah, I thought it was great. First time he won the Pure Championship, it was really good. TNA Hard Fart, new pay per view, and go.
I'd watch. Um, Yeah, so some other things just to bring up. I loved the spot with the Pele kick into the Boston Crab that they
Yes.
did with Punk and AJ. That was really cool. Um, I
Oh,
miss
can I
Punk
also
doing
say
the yeah.
sorry? You just reminded me about a spot I liked because I don't see it too often anymore. Something so simple as Punk diving into the fans, like he had sent AJ over the barricade, and then Punk just goes diving into the barricade. Like you don't really see that as much because it's not as planned in WWE anymore and stuff.
Mhm.
But that was
Yeah,
just a fun spot to watch and a pretty athletic spot because you had to hop over that whole thing. Like people think that it's just a small barricade, it's not that big of a deal, but that's a pretty tough spot in itself.
yeah. No, it is. And I miss seeing Punk do the Shining Wizard. I wish he did it more.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Shining Wizard into the Styles Clash spot. That was dope. Styles hitting the middle rope, Styles Clash, always a good time. I like the detail. They already established with the pure title rules. Like you saw, Punk's foot was on the ropes for the 3 count, but
Yes,
since all of his rope breaks were exhausted, it didn't make a difference.
perfect.
The reason the audio was muted was copyright because it's TNA. It was the TNA theme that they
Oh,
were using, so they didn't want
that's
to.
funny.
Yeah, so they weren't using it. Um, and then yeah, Samoa Joe. This is when he was doing his record-setting title reign. So like they sent them out to establish the new belt as something different and put over Joe at the same time. So
Gotcha, gotcha.
um, and a little history for you. Um, Unfortunately, with this belt, Styles won it, and 2 months later, um, Ring of Honor relinquished it from him because TNA pulled him from future shows due to some controversy, which we won't get into now. But if you're familiar with the Rob Feinstein controversy, you can look it up. You'll know why. But TNA pulled him from Ring of Honor completely, and because of that, they relinquished the belt and they had to do a whole new tournament, crown another champion.
That's
So they never really
hilarious.
got to do much with Styles as pure champion, um, which is a shame. But last note about this night was it was really refreshing to see a whole tournament happen in one night.
I was gonna say
Like,
that too, man. I missed that also. Just a tournament happened in one night. Like that's why I like King of the Ring so much. Like those pay per views were always so much fun
yeah,
to me. Like ah man, that
that's
was
how it
so
should be.
fun.
That's what makes a tournament like so grueling is when you do it like that in one night. You fight
Mm-hmm.
3 people in one night to really earn it. It means more.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I got. This is a great match.
Fucking.
I'm glad you watched it.
Oh, it was so much fun.
So,
It was and
mhm.
it was a time capsule. Like I said, just seeing even for my match, just seeing like AJ Styles this young again and just moving the way he did is crazy.
They're babies.
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 All right, let me get this off and see if I can find
It's right.
any. Now my match is gonna be hard to find screenshots of, so
Yeah, good luck.
let's see here. That
So
audio
for
for
those
my
of
match
you
is so bad.
So, okay, I'm glad you said it because I was going to say it. So the match that Danny gave me was from TNA. It was AJ Styles versus Jeff Jarrett versus Raven, a triple threat match. I believe this was just from an episode of Impact. I don't think it was a
Yes.
pay-per-view or
Yeah, it
main
was it
show or
was like
anything
one
like
of their
that.
monthly TV pay per
Bigger
views, but
shows.
like yeah,
Yeah. So the triple threat match, and I believe was this a vacant title? Was Jarrett champion? It
Jarrett
seems
was
like this was a
champion.
vacant.
No,
Jarrett
Jarrett
was
was
champion
champion.
going into this.
Yes.
Okay, so first off, I'm not going to recommend to anybody looking up this video on YouTube to watch.
No, don't. It
Um,
was the best way I could find.
because for a match that took place in what I think was like 2003, 2002, whatever, like this seems like it was from the 80s. The audio quality was awful. The video quality was terrible. This is a rough video to watch, and I tried to find a better quality one. I could not find it,
I told you
so I made
that's why I
do.
sent you that one.
Brutal. Um, So the audio kept coming in and out. You can hear the fans at all. The commentary was like, um, not good. Okay. Getting past all of that, the match was not that good either. I didn't think. It was not a very well structured match, and you have to remember this is like 20 plus years ago, so it's not a
hmm
match of like. Well, granted, I mean, Styles and Punk was also 20 years ago, but I digress. This is not a good match. It was not very well structured.
I believe this.
Um,
Was this after Style? When was Styles and Punk?
That was second anniversary, so that was probably like February '03.
Okay, so this is before. I think. Oh no, this was after.
I don't know when this was. I couldn't. I
Hold
don't
on,
know.
I'll go. I'll look it up. Keep talking.
Okay. Um, but yeah, so this was Raven carried the hell out of this match, in my opinion. This was all Raven. He was working his ass off to kind of keep this thing moving. Um, and I don't know. I don't know what was going on with the three of them, but he was the one that was kind of maybe he was just leading the match and calling it in the ring. The chair shot to Raven's head, always an old school like pleasure to kind of see them, the Warriors hit each other right in the head. I know it's not safe, but it's still crazy to see.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I really liked the springboard Hurricane Rana that he did,
I
Styles.
thought that was
Like
awesome.
I feel like I never really saw him do that much, if at all, and no one really does it anymore. Everyone does springboard cross bodies or forearms or clotheslines. A springboard Hurricane Rana into the ring was pretty cool, so I liked that. Um, I liked Styles selling in the match with the chair drop to hold into the chair. I thought that was pretty cool. Um, and then classic fucking I don't know who was booking during this time, but
Oh, you know
classic.
who's booking? He was on the show.
Well, I'm saying classic Russo Bischoff crap where
Bischoff wasn't
like
there yet. This is 2003. Bischoff was still doing Raw.
okay, so classic Russo crap, but like. Isn't that sad? I couldn't even tell who it was because of the video quality. I'm like, that's either Bischoff or Russo. I don't know. I didn't even know who it was. I actually had Bischoff written down, so thank you. Um, okay, so here's what happened. So those of you who do not know, so Shane Douglas comes out and screws Raven out of the pinfall, and Shane Douglas and Raven go fighting into the crowd, and
Yes.
bye bye. So now we're
Which
down to Styles
triple
and
threat
Jarrett
match? So
going
there's
at it.
no DQ. Just a reminder.
Yeah, so that's fine, whatever. But now you know Raven's kind of out of it. And then I think Styles used the title belt at this point. I don't think Bischoff
Yes.
did, but someone used the title belt. Dude, Jarrett like
Bischoff's not
dodged
there.
that. Sorry, Russo, whatever. Sorry, I'm looking. I'm still looking at my notes while I'm talking. I'm not correcting them. So, um, yeah, Jarrett dodges the title belt like a full like 2 seconds before the belt even comes in to play. So like the belt's here, Jarrett's already like halfway on the ground. It looked awful. Um, then there's a ref bump
Classic
because
Jarrett.
of course. And then Vince Russo gets in the ring with the guitar, teases hitting Styles, and it hits Jarrett for a big swerve. Styles wins. Bischoff's kissing the belt, making it all about him, holding it up in the air. And like, I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, was this his first world title win, Styles?
This was his first NWA title win. Yeah, that's why I chose this
And this
match.
is what you do, like classic fucking Russo bullshit.
So
Um,
Russo had a group at this time called Sex, I believe. I forgot what it
that
stood
sounds
for.
so.
Um, hold
Who
on.
would, wow, who would do that? Who would name something after a vulgar term just to get it over? That is ridiculous.
Hold on, hold on,
Ridiculous,
hold on,
Danny.
hold on, hold on. Sports Entertainment Extreme.
Oh,
That was the name of their faction.
oh,
And
I thought it was spelled SECHS. Thank you
no,
for your
SEX, Sports Entertainment Extreme. SEX.
sex
Sex.
SECHS
Um
SECHS. Okay, sorry.
and this is, I believe, this was AJ joining them. Like, this is the first night he joined the group, and this is how he joined them, winning the championship.
Wow. I don't know if you have this on hand. How long did he hold the belt?
Was I did have it
Was it even
before.
a good reign, or did he
No,
lose
it
it like the
wasn't a
week
good reign.
later?
I think it was like a few weeks, and I think he actually dropped it to Jeff Jarrett.
Jarrett, probably Jarrett, yeah. Because Jarrett had the belt like 15
Yeah,
times.
Jarrett was the worst. Let's see here. He had it. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. So he won it and then lost it in October 22. So he had it for like 2-3 months.
All right. Well, I mean, when you tape your shows, probably once a month or once a week. I don't know how often they tape. Whatever. Either way, this was not great, Danny. I'm a little disappointed in you.
It was
I'm
well, it
just.
was his first NWA championship. I figure
Uh,
we go a little throwback to his first title win.
well, thank you for that, I guess. And here we are.
For the
I feel
record, also, this match was before the AJ Styles CM Punk match. This is about a year before.
that checks out. So this was 02 then, right?
This
October
is
02
June
or
2003, and AJ Styles and Punk was February 04, it said.
oh, so I was off by a year. Okay. I thought Ring of Honor started in
That
02.
was in Massachusetts, right? The second
Yeah,
anniversary
it's
show?
second anniversary show.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
you,
was
you know what?
February 04.
I'm an idiot. Second anniversary would be the third year. So yes, that checks out. I'm thinking first anniversary is year one.
No, I
It's year
know. That's just
two.
funny the way you say it. Oh,
You know, that
man.
reminds me of, quick rant time. It reminds me of when WrestleMania, they were doing WrestleMania 25, and they're like, oh, it's a 25th anniversary of WrestleMania. I'm like, no, it's not. WrestleMania 26 is the 25th anniversary of
It's the
WrestleMania.
24th anniversary, you idiots.
And they were trying to be all cute with it. I was like, you dumbasses. All right, that's enough from me.
That's it. I'm done.
That's my rant. You got me.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our AJ Styles episode. We hope you guys enjoyed it. We don't know if there'll be more AJ Styles news down the line, but as of right now, he's retired. This is it. So
Yeah, and
give him a little tribute.
apparently, well, speaking of tributes, apparently he's getting a tribute on Raw where they're flying people in and everything. So I don't know what this is about,
On
but I
this
guess
week's
we're gonna
Raw?
find out. Yeah, you didn't hear about this?
Is this going to be like pressure to make sure he doesn't go to AEW? Be like, hey, we're giving you everything.
No, apparently this is legit. They showed it on Raw last week. I'm surprised you didn't bring it up, but yeah, they're doing an AJ Styles farewell tribute on Raw this week. They're flying in people from SmackDown and Legends and stuff. They're doing a whole thing on Monday apparently, and I don't know. Apparently he was also at the PC this week. I don't know if he was training or just there, but like, I guess he ain't done yet.
I'm telling you,
I still think
signs are not looking good for AEW.
I'll believe it when I see it. We'll see how Monday goes.
Or don't see it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, join us next week for another edition of the SharpSHOOTers, Thursdays at 7. Have a good week, everybody.
Peace out. A-Town down.
Oh,
Raw's in his
hometown.
hometown.
Thank you, Harley.